Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Stellaris. At the very end of the last episode, our resolution passed and the council size has been reduced to 2. It's going to be a little bit of time before we can propose the next one to bring it down to 1. But as soon as we can do that, we'll do that and seize control of the Senate. So we're going to need some influence before we could consider doing it. In the meantime, let's mark that off. We have an ingress going on. We have started expanding our domain over into this other side of the known galaxy. Now, this is kind of interesting because this is connected via a wormhole to here, which is not too far away from our territory. It's only like 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps away. But it is still not directly connected. I would love to be able to have these systems, but alas, the Socketalians are part of the Royal Pious Alliance. I think they're subservient to them, and we are allies with the Royal Pious Alliance, so that's just not going to happen. At least not until I can find some way of getting them out. Anyway, let's also yes, that's the other thing that we've got going on. There is a fleet from the Valkyrians that's been assembling over there. So I brought back our main fleet. Some of it's still on its way back, just over here, the Anvil and Hammer. The rest is all in Pulsarath, ready for combat, just in case. I wouldn't hate a war with the Valkyrians, but certainly it wouldn't be great. Let's unpause and let things carry on for now. So we've actually got a caravan fleet thing. They want to do a bit of a deal. Let's see what you've got. 10% extra housing for 80 years. No, not interested. We don't want to lose specialist populations. We have an astral action available for the physics insight. Great. Let's tick that over. It'll be another 500 days before we can do astral splitting again. That's almost 2 years. Yeah, let's just allow things to continue. Dizzy's system has been surveyed, so we're carrying on. It'd
Construction complete.
Probably be good to bring one of our fleets through here to help clear out some of the mining drones. Although mostly it's fine. This place with the void worms is a problem. Our front line is becoming more reinforced. So we've finished the construction queue over here, which I think was mostly those ancient ramparts. How is this doing in terms of 29.6? That is beefier than Pulsarath. How much would it cost us to upgrade? Oh, we've already got it on the go. Maybe we engineer a war with the Valkyrians. If we start insulting
Construction complete.
maybe they would eventually just go to war with us and give us an excuse to wipe the floor with them. A magnetic storm has been detected. It's not in our area, but it's adjacent to our area. Good for metallurgists. Not good for anything else. Our colony ship is gradually going through. It should be there just
Research
in
complete.
time for us to be able to build our first colony over there. More fleet command limit, that's good. Let's next get... habitability modifications, kind of interesting. So I was thinking about what I might do next, and I'm sure that there's a race that can turn every planet into tomb worlds. And if you could make it so that all people prefer tomb worlds, it could be beneficial to your empire. Might not be worth it in terms of efficiency, but definitely possible. Let's go for Manifest Destiny. We're not at our starbase capacity yet, but having a couple extra as we move into the new area, I think would be probably quite smart. Next up, we'll get payload padding. Allow us to cope with storms a little bit better. And more systems have been surveyed quite well. Hey, look, we've finished building over here. Good. Right. Well, let's get all of the things ready. Where's our colony ship? That's the Genesis Ark. Colonize the planet. This one could be auto-designated for now. And yeah, actually no, we'll call it Bastion Prime. Yeah, there's quite a lot of resources to get from here.
Handshake protocols activated.
Kind of an interesting place. Ooh. What can you offer us? A leader? An engineer? Good with wires and long division. Well, I think we're already at our capacity for scientists. It's not going to be an official. Yeah, skill 3 scientist. Not interested, move along. It's, like, conceptually it's not bad, but right now we don't need it. How are the fleets doing? Nothing needs reinforcing at this moment, so we'll save on the alloys. Could we get an arc furnace in here? We can. Potentially interesting. We won't do it right now. But, yeah, potentially interesting. Stormbound returns. One of the research stations in Vural came to us with a startling report. During the last cosmic storm, a strange ship had almost collided with the outpost. Visual reports show it was the same ominous vessel first reported some time ago. According to the space station, the hulls in the vessel were constructed from a strange amalgamation of organic compounds, calcium minerals and metallic alloys. No organic life was detected, leading us to speculate that either the vessel was automated or had gone rogue. However, the most baffling thing, large sections of its propulsion system were clearly shattered by space debris. This vessel should have been dead in space. If we assigned a science vessel to monitor the next cosmic storm, they might be able to find out more about the mysterious craft. Yeah, I think we'll do that when the opportunity presents itself.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Gonna be another 46 influence before we can build more. Ooh. Hidden worlds. Okay, so this is the archaeology site up at
Research
Jerusalem.
complete.
Records aboard the station indicate the former inhabitants were deeply religious and had no contact with the outside world, which they feared and despised, much like our neighbours. Every aspect of their lives was governed by an omniscient oracle who scribed their destinies at birth. Divine will decided everything from their choice of partner and occupation to the minutiae of their daily lives, leaving them with little individual freedom. Most were afraid to diverge from the destined paths. And that's given us a whole bunch of artifacts, which reminds me, we should look to see if we can do any of these. Oh yeah, we can. Let's find some peaceful applications. Let's get some leader experience gain and reduce leader upkeep, because that'll keep boosting our unity quite nicely. I should probably think about doing some ascensions as well. Or at least further ones around. So, Sheltered Reach. Right now. It'll take 18k. Oh, our maximum tier is 3. So we will need more. Okay, that's fine. We have other ones that we can boost. Next is probably going to be Seldis. That just takes care of it instantly. We've still got 8.5k should we need to activate anything. Payload panning is done. Ooh, do we go for the Citadel upgrade now? We've got a couple of options. Orbital ring alloy processing is something that I want to do. Let's get that. And while I think about it, I wanted to check if we were going to be able to build a habitat yet. Lots of influence. That's the reason why we're not doing it. Okay. How is our arc furnace going over here? Okay, that's coming along. 109 days.
Building a new home.
A colony in the frontier is starting off. Maybe we should get more ships. Fill out our naval capacity completely. Alright, you know what? Let's get these upgraded.
System survey complete.
We'll do the archaeological site first. Destined for defiance. The archaeological team has made an unexpected discovery. Embedded within the station walls is a hidden surveillance system that seems to have been feeding visual and auditory information to a single point somewhere within the station's core. Someone was monitoring the disciples at all times, even in their most private moments. In some places, the equipment has been torn out or sabotaged. Closer to the central hub are signs of violence and disruption. It seems as though at some point, the inhabitants discovered they were being monitored. Yeah, I can understand that they wouldn't be happy with that. Schoberg's been explored. You're carrying on. That's all good. Yeah, I would very much like to get all of this claimed before anyone else comes in. Next priority is going to be this one up here because of the planets. 32 more before we can do that. Right, back to our fleets. So with the fleets themselves, we've got quite a few alloys. Oh, we can do battleships now. Okay. Ship designer. We're going to have to take the time to just have a look at this. Building an artillery. It's a nice idea. Look at that thing. Accuracy is 75%, so we'd want to try and bring that up if we could. So this is a full-on anti-shield thing. Yeah, bringing in... Oh, can't afford both of those. Fine. But we could afford one of them. I really wish we had more that we could do with it. It's done a reasonable job of spreading out the shields and armor. I think that's going to be more useful to us than actually, can we fit another one of these on? Yes, we can. Yeah, I think that's probably the best it's going to be. Let's organize things slightly better. There we go. And this is an AS artillery. We'll set it to auto upgrade. Save that. And let's bin the previous battleship. That is the only thing that we've got that will fit on a spinal mount. That would be kind of interesting. Go for large cloud lightning with just shield and armor penetration directly. It's not a large amount of damage. Like, it's half the damage, but it would go straight onto the hull. Alright, let's get ourselves a new gunship. This one's all about the broadsides. Yeah. Broadside, broadside. and broadside. Rather than going for the ancient macro batteries, we could put the Stormfires on it. The accuracy is higher, the tracking is better, it does more damage, but we've got to get closer. So this is going to be an AS interdictor. And in terms of the combat computer, I think we're gonna we can improve the weapon range slightly. But I think the line is really the one that we want. Medium range and hold there. We're going to need more power though. That'll do. Afterburners will give us a little bit of evasion. Although, I think I'd rather drop the evasion a little bit, drop the speed a little bit, and just have more chance to hit. Alright, AS Interdictor is done. Let's go for the same equivalent for anti-armor. And we'll go for an artillery. I mean, this is all we can fit on it. It's got reasonable range, reasonable accuracy and tracking. Actually, let's do it like we did with the other one. There we go, all good. Right, those designs will do for now. I know it is more optimal to just focus on shields or armor rather than mixing and matching, but this is how I'm doing things. So in the fleet management, they do take quite a bit, don't they? Let's get one anti-armor artillery. Let's get one anti-armor interdictor, one anti-shield artillery and interdictor. That would take it up to 69. We can do the same over here. One of each. And then the same down here. One of each. That's going to be a lot of resources. What we can do is we can keep buying because we do have plenty of trade available. There we go. There's a few more ships on the way. Someone else's federation is expanding. I should probably check on ours actually. Hey, we're doing all right. in terms of our cohesion and experience. I do want to change this, but we need to be not at war. That's frustrating. I want them to finish their war off so we're done with it. Over on the Hidden Worlds, we've traced the wiring to a temple complex devoted to the worship of the Oracle and her clergy in the station's central node. But in the Oracle's chambers, instead of a divine entity, resides an enormous AI nexus of the Oracle brand. Wires extend from its core, like nervous system, through the entire station. Secret communications between the inhabitants reveal there was a failed attempt at storming the temple and deactivating the nexus. It seems likely the society collapsed when it became known that the lives were not governed by divine will, but by a prophetic computer. Restarting the nexus will require extensive repairs. How are you doing? Are you still thinking of doing nasty things?
Research complete.
I think we're probably fine. Hey, more containment for space fauna. Right, with our next bit of research, cosmic weather forecast could be interesting. Combat computer upgrades for space fauna? Why not? We're not really touching space fauna, but it's going to be relatively quick. We can flash forge a hyper relay. We don't want to do that because if we do that, it's going to drain our influence. But it's nice to know that we could. Good to know that we can also lock off with our astral actions, wormholes and things. Hey, Pulsarath, your upgrades are done. Let's give you another couple of gun batteries, I think. Or we could give you an another ancient rampart. Get even more defense platforms. And for other buildings, probably the disruption field generator. Reduce enemy shields, just in case they come in. Or comms jammer. Well, that means Pulsarath is significantly beefier, certainly able to hold by itself. Archaeological site is done. Our engineers have restored the Oracle's nexus to an operative state, but not without first disabling its defense system. Evidence suggests it may have been responsible not only for keeping the station's inhabitants alive, but also for killing them. It ran complex computational models and forecast their lives with an estimated accuracy of 75%, correcting divergences and incapacitating future troublemakers before they could disrupt divine order. It has indicated that it wishes to speak with us. It will give us 500 influence if we just disable it, but I'm curious as to what it's got to say. Initiate communications. So this is up at Sarat. We probably have enough fleet power to take out the psionic entity as well while I think about it. Our new Genesis arc we should bring through now, before I forget about it. Make your way across. And if you're out of things to do, survey here, survey here, survey, survey, survey. What was there? No mining stuff, yeah. That'll keep those busy for a little bit. What are we going to do with the Emplar? We could keep it around in case something happens nearby. I also want to check in on Stad and see how they are doing. Still partially aware. I don't want to spend more resources on them. We could just move ships in and out of the system in order to raise their awareness, or try and raise their awareness that way. Something to consider. Go do a gravity snare over there. That'll keep you nearby but busy. The Oracle is a renowned paragon. Oh, it's an official. I think we've got space for an official. Let's double check. Yeah, we do. Awesome. Right. The Oracle manifests as an elaborate 3D hologram, as tall anthropoid female with wings that settle around her form as flowing robes. She bows her head in greeting and then stares, emptily ahead, with hundreds of huge, orbed, unseeing eyes. They glow dimly in the gloom as she speaks. Welcome to Divinity Station, friends. I cannot help but notice you've disabled my security system. May I implore that you restore it immediately? I can assure you that there is only for your protection. Well. Provides stability as a counselor. Empire size from districts. Wow. Down significantly. Districts don't contribute that much, but it's still interesting. Happiness minus 10%, but resource output up 10%. We could potentially, like, stick you on Valdus. Be much better than Zizu Cha. Okay, what happened to the inhabitants of the station? I have a failsafe that requires me to terminate a trial in event of code 034N deviation. Research had become a threat to the Republic. What is the Republic? The Republic is no more helpful. What are you? I am Oracle, an artificial intelligence gifted with the sight. My software allows me to predict your future with a divine accuracy of 74.99999%. I sense great doubt in you, great danger ahead. Your society is riddled with crime and deviation. I can make the pain go away. What trial? My trial. I was designed to build and maintain a society free of crime and suffering. A utopia in which every citizen was instilled with divine purpose and lived up to their full potential, unfettered by indecision and desire. Yeah, we are definitely going to stick her on Valdus. What's a code 034N deviation? The test subjects have developed free will. Free will can only be abolished with nerve gas. I love this. Alright, we could use your site. So, first things first. Valdus is getting the Oracle. And the Oracle is going to get feedback loop for extra amenities, I think. It would improve happiness, which would help offset a little bit, or we go for Unifier. We're not getting a huge amount of unity here, so I think the feedback loop makes a lot of sense. We've got more to pick as well. Environmental engineer, righteous, no, feedback loop. Again, trade focus or righteous. We're not generating much trade. But also, we don't really have crime here. So, trade focused. Forge focused or settler? Settler! Settler could work. Extra housing, extra amenities. And naturalist is an interesting one. We're not going to be keeping the blockers that we have, so I think we'll do settler 2. That's a good amount of level ups. I'm quite happy with this this Oracle. I think they are going to do good things here. It means we do have a leader who has nothing to do. So let's have a look at our planets and sectors. We do potentially have some planets that could just benefit from having someone in. Job done. So we didn't get the influence, but I think we made the right choice there. Let's sell some more energy credits. Buy some more metals. And get some more ships being built.
System survey complete.
Cool. Surveys are ticking along very nicely. We should probably get another colony ship out here, actually. Oh, you've got loads of upgrades coming in. That's fine. So another Genesis arc with Evocarians. And we can almost do another Ascension. After identifying a potential pre-sapient candidate, our Genesis arc has begun the process of genetic uplifting and establishing the need to preserve. The colony of Bastion Prime is ready to observe and guide this nascent species development. Oh, that's just giving us a whole bunch of
research complete
influence. So let's get to work right away. We need to uplift you.
Situation log updated.
The colony development speed is so high at the moment. I want the monument, because we normally do that, and then probably clone vats. So we can get this place growing sooner rather than later. The clone vats are going to not give specific jobs. So we're going to need to decide what we want to do here. Probably decent amount of mining. Probably some mining consumer goods, mining metallurgy. Some combination of that. Mining district to start off with makes a lot of sense. A little bit more research is done. Let's push for assisting cloaking detection. I do worry that there's going to be things sneaking past us. And we can do astral splitting. Let's get a new rift. So we do have a ship over here. I bet it's got the Master of Guidance on, so you can't actively go through. But we can swap people around between the different ships if we need to. Move over. And in the meantime, Quetzal Slavery, you're currently in a rift. You're the head of research. You're nothing. Right. So we need the Master of Guidance over here. Which means Glort is going to come and explore this astral rift. With the extra influence that we've had, it means you're also going to be able to claim the next system, which will probably be this one. So get that one queued up as well. And I should definitely consider getting another colony ship underway as well. Most of these upgrades will be quick when they come in.
System survey complete.
Ah, Supla. You are done with your little bit of exploring. Where are we going to send you next? Yeah, come around this way and have a look in that system.
Research complete.
Lovely. Let's sell some more resources. Still very expensive for metals right now. That is the alloy processing facilities. Tempest Cage architecture make us able to cope with storms a bit better. I think it leans into what we've already done quite nicely. So we'll go for that. Genesis Uplift is done. That is a whole bunch of unity, and we have new population on the planet. Welcome to the galactic stage, and you know what that means? We're going to modify you. Now this world, we said we were probably going to be doing minor related stuff. So we can do nerve stapled. We're also going to want gaseous byproducts. We could go for decadent because with nerve staples they're... well, maybe not. Right, let's give them vocational genomics so that they've got the ability to do that. We'll make them fleeting because they can't generate leaders anyway. We'll make them docile, and we could do like one more. Make them jinxed and strong will make them a bit better for worker menial stuff. They're not really going to be using consumer goods. Yeah, I think just strong. That'll do. So save that. Apply the template.
Situation log updated.
Ooh. The Promethean civilization on Stard 1 has recently started settling new regions of the planet. The local flora and fauna, initially vastly different from what can be found in the settled territory, are being completely taken over by the Collective, who's taking a radical but methodical approach to regulating the local ecosystem. Certain animal species are ruthlessly exterminated only to be replaced by others, while invasive vegetables choke out the life of the indigenous trees. The natives' ecological mastery is remarkable, yet they cannot avoid certain setbacks in areas of unusual climate where the introduced life forms cannot survive long. We believe that they should soon find a way around these obstacles, and eventually the whole world will be uniform, presenting optimal conditions for the Collective to thrive in. That is fascinating. It's not unsettling, it's fascinating.
System survey complete.
Nice. Species modification is done as well. Research agreement? No, we're going to decline that. We will get no benefit. How are you doing? You're still building mining stations, and you're nearly done.
Construction complete.
Lovely. Right. Get mining stations, get research stations, and then can we build a starbase down this way, or do we go on this side? There's no specific planets down this way, but there is some engineering research that I would quite like to get at, even if only for completeness. Yeah, you can come down this way. Who has unspent trait points? I suppose this will be natives on one of these worlds? Let's get the Evocarians coming over here for this one. We do have another ship being built right now. Which will be here soon enough, so we don't need to super rush. Let's take these all down quite a lot. And then we can just get this being colonized as well. Let's call it Cathon, actually. There we go. Seeing as we've got two within the system, I think that will work quite well. We can't do anything really with those species until we know where they are. Yeah, there were none of those population left. I suppose catguns do have one trait pick remaining, but that's not the same.
Anomaly found.
Ooh, it's been a while since we've seen an anomaly. Life signs. So despite the toxic content and high pressure of the moon's atmosphere, strong signs of life have been detected coming from the surface. Yeah, go ahead and investigate that, because that will be very quick to find out what's going on. And in the meantime, let's check, see how our fleets are doing. Yeah, they're looking okay. They're not super beefy, but they're all right. I think I would like to bring tip of the spear back through here so we can clear out some of the hostile fleets. Senate is in session for minor administrative sanctions against the Valkegans.
Ships upgraded.
I'm totally fine with that. I think that is a good thing to be happening.
This fleet is now capable of becoming a mercenary enclave, if we so wish. The fleet would cease to be under our direct control.
I wonder. So that was the Anvil and Hammer, and I'm assuming it's because it's now beefy enough that it could do that. Oh, that's interesting. You can set specific fleets to take point. Well, we don't want it to become an enclave. Oh, the battleships. I'm going to enjoy playing with those. Yeah, we want to use the fleet itself. Okay, the life signs observed within the toxic atmosphere of the planet are giant semi-organic machines. The alien industry seems to be in the course of the noxious atmosphere on the planet, yet it's still operational. No other life signs remain on the world, and the creators of the machines must have left them running. We can't quite ascertain their purpose, but the construction could surely help our understanding of engineering. Yeah, definitely lean into the engineering side. And what's this? A toxic bioengine. It would give us orbital bombardment damage. It's amusing. I'm not against it, and we've almost got the money to activate it, so we might just do that.
Research complete.
Sure. Orbital bombardment damage up. Not that we're ever going to do it, but it can happen. Let's reverse engineer some arcane technology. That's given us improved strikecraft as a research option. We can't do celebrate diversity. We've got so many artifacts coming in. We could potentially like sell them if the option was available. We're going to need to start clearing out. So, ooh, an exceptional space amoeba. Can I auto cull a whole bunch of them? We do have a rare mother, so we could get rid of the 2 common mothers. Except this, I'll keep them until we've got better mothers. So cull you. It's all for the research, and also because we're pretty rare. Get this one as well. Oh, we got loads to do. Okay, I'm going to whiz through and do these off camera. But this is a good point for us to finish off this episode. So I think we'll stop there. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Stellaris. See you soon.